Hello internet, it's Dee. I decided to make this video because I have a problem. An incredibly petty, inconsequential problem. I call that problem warm neutrals. Warm neutrals. Shadow X15 in warm neutral. Neutral territory 2. Warm natural. Golden natural. See, I love makeup. I have since I was a little kid. Just one of those things. But I go to the store to browse around. I go check online for the latest things. And what do I see? Warm neutrals. Naturals. Nudes. Everything. Everywhere. Every brand. Warm neutrals. With an occasional cool neutral, but mostly warm. It's a bunch of beiges and browns. And it's boring. And companies know this is a bunch of boring-ass beiges and browns, so they try to give them these cute, fun, playful names like Naturalista, Natural Charm, Neutrals versus Neutrals. What does that even mean? Muted Muse, Minimalist, Effortlessly Versatile, Neutrals, Naturally Pretty, Supernatural, Nature Glow, Nature Glow Shimmer, Second Nature. Or they try to make some kind of joke about how it doesn't look like you're wearing any makeup at all, by making allusions to nudity and puns about being naked. Burlesque, may contain nudity, suede seduction, double entendre, unzipped, unzipped gold, lid lingerie, full exposure, aphrodisiac, shape your money maker, tartlet flirt, tartlet tease, natural undercover, bare necessities, barely there, number 2, scandalust, naked basics, naked 2 basics, naked petite heat, naked ultimate basics, shadow kitten. Let's see how many times I can say the word nude before it ceases to have any meaning left in my brain as a word in the English language. Desert nudes, Gen nude copper, Gen nude latte, Gen nude neutral, Gen nude rose, the nature of nudes, brown nude palette, nude drama, fresh nude, the essential nude in color renewed my style, wear everywhere nudes, nudes true naked eyeshadow palette in color nudes. Nudes true naked and nudes, except it's even worse than the last one. Rose true naked. Rose true naked uglier. Nude mood. Nude rose gold. Meet it nude. All about nudes. How to make nude eyes. Nude nacris? Shimmering nudes. Nudes beauty brick eyeshadow palette. Nude attitude. Nude 1 in color nude 1. Nude 2 in color nude 2. The nudes. The nudes in color the nudes. The 24 karat nudes. The blushed nudes. Brooklyn nudes. Ugh, don't Google that one. Nude attitude. Pink nudes. Extreme shimmer shadow nude palette. All in one nude palette in color natural. Nude collection in color natural nude. Nude awakening. Wow, I just spent 2 hours doing my makeup so it wouldn't look like I have any makeup on. Yeah, except for the part where no one's natural face ever looks like what natural and nude makeup tends to look like. And only very gullible, ignorant people think this is what a human face actually looks like in its natural state. Spoiler alert, it's not.
But Dee,
I can hear you saying,
I love some of these palettes. palettes. They're simple colors for everyday wearable looks. They're comfy and easy to wear.
Don't get me wrong, I don't hate the concept itself. I own some of these palettes. I'm not saying these are bad products that shouldn't exist. Some of these are really nice, highly reviewed palettes that perform very well, and if you like them, you should buy them. I might even go so far as to say that some of these palettes are staples for a well-rounded makeup collection. It's just the sheer number of these palettes is overwhelming. I found 223 neutral palettes containing at least 6 or more shades on Ulta and Sephora's websites. Why do we need this many neutrals? Why can't I find a palette that's, say, all sorts of different shades of purple? How about all the unique types of blues and greens in the world? Can I get one of those? So, where did this all start? Who can we blame for this tidal wave of browns? I did some digging, and I discovered it's definitely Urban Decay in the Naked palette.
Is it you? Did you start all of this madness? And then, hey, that sold really well, so why not make another one that's not really that different? But did we really need 3, though? Really? Even though I kind of like the pinks in this one? And then finally we got Naked Heat. Is it you? Did you start warm neutrals? Shit, I kind of like this one too, honestly.
Not really, I don't actually know. It's been trendy in many cultures, at least those in which predominantly women wear makeup, throughout most of history to keep any makeup you wore as subtle and natural looking as possible, lest you get called a whore or accused of being fake somehow. As far as I'm aware, straight men have been bitching about somehow being deceived by makeup since at least ancient Rome. Some of these men were apparently shocked to discover that women indeed have the exact same cheek and lip colors as they have. Wow. What a shocker. Is the history of this aversion to any color deemed unnatural still plaguing us to this day? I would say yes. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at the color palette options given to us by suburban homeowners associations. Everything has to be bland and terrible, or people might think that there's other people that enjoy life and have fun in a different way than the rest of them, and that'll bring down the property values or something. Oh, and don't think I'm fooled by these pops of color palettes. I see what you did there. You put 1 or 2 pretty bright colors in that palette to lure us in and then stick us with a bunch of browns for the rest of the palette. See, we put a daring color in. Oh, but make sure you pair it with these nice safe colors. We can't have you getting too wild. Of course, you can always mix and match palettes, but why would I buy a whole palette for 1 or 2 colors I actually want and will use? No, F that. Not everything needs to be paired with nudes. These aren't versatile, they're limiting. I feel no sense of excitement from these, no inspiration whatsoever. I just see these sad, lost colors, isolated and alone in a sea of browns. And maybe it's the photography and how it looks on the websites, but hot damn do some of these colors look almost identical to each other. And folks, once you get that on your eyes and start blending, you're not gonna see a difference between those shades.
Now, I feel like when it comes to something like foundation shades or lipstick shades, these subtle differences can matter because the product is meant to be much more opaque and needs to match a certain amount of your undertones to look good. But that's just not the case with these powder products where they just blend right into each other and look indistinguishable.
I feel so let down when I get a palette like this because it feels like a waste of money. Like, oh boy, once I run out of this color I don't like, there's a whole nother one. Wow, great. Colorful palettes can do this too, but I feel like it's much more rare. So I'm looking through all these palettes and I think to myself, alright Dee, that sure is a lot of snarking on palettes you don't like. You got anything else to contribute besides, boo, boring palettes suck? There will always be a market for simple palettes, but why don't we see more colorful makeup? I think there's a few different reasons. One factor could be jobs. Just as some jobs are terrified that having purple hair or a cool design drawn on your skin will somehow impede your ability to perform basic job tasks, some employers like to dictate what makeup you can and can't wear. I know at my first job, we actually had a makeup dress code as to what kinds of makeup we could wear, how to wear it, and in what colors. And it was a requirement of the uniform. Unless you were a man, of course. In which case, come to work with all the big red zits and dark under eye circles you want. This was just a basic retail job, by the way, like not some kind of job where the staff was supposed to be the visual focus. I think some of that has changed in the intervening decade since I last had that job, but my guess is that even if jobs no longer require female employees to wear makeup, they can subtly or not so subtly encourage boring, safe makeup for a boring, safe workplace. Another factor could be ease of use. Some people may look at a neutral palette and think, yes, I know exactly what to do with this. These shades are my base and transition. These shades can deepen the crease. These shades can highlight the brow bone and inner corner. And then these shades can add a pop of shimmer on there. Bam! Done! Then they look at a palette like this one and think, oh no, that's a lot of colors. Where do you even start? Which one goes where? Will these look good together or terrible? How can you tell? And then, because I like to overthink everything, I thought, wait, do I even know the answers to those questions? I've never been to beauty school. I'm just some rando who likes playing with colors and watching too much YouTube. What the hell do I know? So, I decided that for the next week, I'm putting myself through colorful makeup boot camp. For the next week, I'm going to have a computer algorithm pick colors for me, and I will then have to take that palette and assemble it into a cohesive makeup look. Will I look good? Will I look ridiculous? I don't know, but I hope you'll stick around to find out.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this extremely time-consuming video to make. Do you own any of these palettes? Tell me in the comments, and tell me if they're actually any good or if you got disappointed by some of these and their samey colors. Also, hey, I'm new here, so if you don't hate my face or my deadpan snarking, it sure would be nice if you hit subscribe to stick around and see what else I have in store. Also, I'm on all the social media things, so you can go check me out on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter if you like seeing more of my face and my random thoughts about stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.